Good day, ma'am. I am John Mark Sigarin Pabroa, taking up the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Section 1B. Today, I will going to discuss you or tackle the informative sectors in hospitality and tourism industry, in which this is the most known in industry worldwide. I will show you the different sectors in hospitality and tourism industry and how it operates. And now, these are the following overview of hospitality sector. The first is accommodation. Within the hospitality industry, primarily involve where the guest will be staying as well as the amenities that they are provided with. It can be argued that accommodation represents the veritable backbone of the hospitality sector. And as a result, management will place a great deal of emphasis upon what they are offered. Accommodation has four categories. The first is bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast establishment combine a sense of convenience with a down-home flavor that's attractive to many individuals, particularly those who are constantly in the room. These tend smaller boutique properties, and yet their presence within the sector cannot be understated due to how many locations currently exist. The second is hotel. Hotels, both franchises and boutiques, are the most well-known properties in the hospitality sector. From brand names such as Hilton and Radisson to smaller brick and mortar establishments, guests expected to be provided with service and amenities that are equal to the price that they are paid for the room and restaurants. Hotels contribute billions of pounds in revenue to this industry every year. The second is motels, known for their sense of mobile convenience. Motels are frequently employed by business travelers and those who are looking to enjoy budget-friendly prices while between two destinations. Having said this, some occupants will spend weeks or longer at the motel. Recent years have witnessed massive advancement in regards to technology as well as staff responsiveness. The next is hostels are often associated with students, travelers, and yet they can be used by anyone who desires a room for the evening. They are generally rented on a 24 basis, and most hostels are located close to the city centers. Hostels are also known for the ability to offer rock bottom prices. The last is resort. Resort fall into the high end of the hospitality sector spectrum. If you have been looking for a home away from home while enjoying a bespoke sense of luxury, modern resort aim to please. Food and drink has five functions. The first is restaurant. Restaurants represent a sizable portion of the hospitality sector as a whole. These premises are often branded in accordance with the hotel and depending upon the amenities. Guests will often base their overall experience around the quality and food that restaurant. The second is catering. Hotels and resorts can often include catering services as a portion of their standard pricing plans. Larger group properties will provide catering in order to address business luncheons, professional seminars, and similar gatherings that the restaurants might not be able to efficiently accommodate. The next is bars and cafes. Bars and cafes are excellent places to grab a quick refreshment or a tasty meal. Furthermore, they are known for their laid-back social atmosphere, a notable difference when compared to many in-house restaurants. Most properties will offer such as options due to the fact that they tend to draw a reliable number of clients. The last is tea and coffee shops. Whether referring to a proprietary bistro or a third-party firm such as Starbucks, which has rented out space, tea and coffee shops offer an additional sense of convenience to guests during their stay, providing wireless access alongside on-the-go services. These smaller establishments have become increasingly popular. The second is the tourism industry. The tourism has been divided into 8 different sectors, and I'll show you the sectors' descriptions and their brief overviews. These are the following sectors in tourism industry: accommodation, adventurous tourism and recreation, attractions, events and conferences, food and beverage, tourism services, transportation, and travel trade. The first sector in tourism industry is accommodation, one of the largest and fastest growing sectors in tourism industry. It is also a concern of every traveler, whether looking for a place to pitch, a tent, or a luxury suite in a fancy resort. Booking accommodation, dealing with the vast array in accommodation options, and considering alternative lodging options are all issues and traveler face. The second is the adventure and recreation. Client request active recreational experience of travel adventures where they can learn about the nature and the culture are driving in the growth. The next sector is attraction. It is a place of interest where tourists visit typically for its inherent or exhibit, natural or cultural value, historical significance, natural or built beauty, offering leisure and adventure amusement and medical services. The next is the events and conference or MICE. The events and conference contribute dollars to communities. Not only do travelers spend money on the event or conference itself, but a spin of dollars are also spent on everything from accommodations to souvenirs. The food and beverage industry. The food and beverage is a $32 billion a year industry, encompasses all types of establishment that supplies food and beverage for consumption. Tourism and services. The Department of Tourism in the Philippines made up the organization, association, government agencies, and companies that specialize in serving the needs of the tourism industry. Several areas that make up the sector is the government, industry association, retail, and research. The next is transportation, defined as an industry that provides for the movement, comfort, and employment of people. Transportations have four categories: air transport, ground transport, rail transport, and water transport. The last sector in tourism industry is the travel trade. People that work in the travel trade make reservation for accommodation, tours, transportation, food and beverage, and the last is for attraction. The travel trade has two subcategories, which is the retail travel agencies and the wholesale tour operator.